All right, guys, so we are going to look at the book today called Thanksgiving Then and Now. And it's written by Jessica Goldstone and illustrated by Han Young Sin. Thanksgiving celebrations. The Pilgrims landed in America in November 1620. They weren't well prepared for life in the new land. Their fishing hooks were the wrong size. The seeds they brought from England didn't grow well. During the first winter, many pilgrims died of starvation and disease. In spring, however, help arrived. Native peoples called the Wampongs showed the pilgrims how to plant corn. They showed them better ways to fish and hunt. And by fall, the pilgrims had reason to be thankful. In fall 1621, the pilgrims began harvesting their crops. The corn had grown tall, fish and wild birds were plentiful. Pilgrims gave thanks for their good fortune with prayer and a feast. About 90 Wampong men joined in, and everyone celebrated for 3 days. Nearly 400 years later, people in the United States still celebrate the Pilgrims' first Thanksgiving. Many things have changed, but some things haven't. We still gather in the fall and give thanks, and we still eat lots of food. Thanksgiving food. Thanksgiving means turkey to most people, but the Pilgrims might not have even eaten turkey at the first Thanksgiving. If they did, it was wild turkey that they hunted themselves. Today, people don't need a gun to find a turkey. Most grocery stores sell frozen turkeys. How many turkeys are sold in the United States for Thanksgiving? About 45 million. To prepare for the feast, the pilgrims picked corn and pumpkins from their gardens. Some went into the woods and gathered berries and nuts. Others caught fish nearby Cape Cod. That's a place in Massachusetts. That's actually where I go every summer. A small group of men hunted wild birds. The Native Americans hunted deer. Most people today don't pick, gather, or hunt their food for Thanksgiving dinner. Obviously, we shop. The many families serve corn, cranberry sauce, potatoes, and pumpkin pie along with turkey. The pilgrims may have eaten cranberries, but they didn't have sugar to make the sauce. They didn't have potatoes or pumpkin pie either. Lots of paintings show the pilgrims and the Wampum Native Americans sharing Thanksgiving dinner at one big table, but the pilgrims didn't have chairs. Many people sat on the ground to eat. They had napkins, knives, and spoons, but no forks. And at Thanksgiving dinner today, most families sit around a table, but we usually use forks, spoons, and napkins just as they did. Thanksgiving activities. The Pilgrims and the Native Americans did more than just eat during their celebration. They played too. Children may have played all sorts of running and jumping games, and they may have played leapfrog or hide and seek. Many children today play video games or board games on Thanksgiving. Others go outside and play basketball or football, and some watch the Thanksgiving Day parade, which we'll learn more about in a book later this next week. At the time of the Pilgrims' first Thanksgiving, the Pilgrims and the Native Americans still had much to learn about each other. They had signed a peace agreement just 6 months earlier. The Pilgrim men showed off their marching and shooting skills, and the Native Americans may have done some traditional dances. Since 1934, football has been a big part of Thanksgiving. That year, the Detroit Lions, the professional football team, began the tradition of playing on Thanksgiving Day. Other teams soon followed, and today millions gather in front of the TV to watch their favorite teams play on Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims were very religious people. They did not spend all of Thanksgiving in prayer, but they took a lot of time to pray. The Native Americans also had strong beliefs. They had a tradition of being thankful for everything Mother Earth gave them. It was long ago. Thanksgiving is a time to celebrate with loved ones. Still, though, people of all religious beliefs take time to think about what they are thankful for. And then they have a Venn diagram here, guys. I know usually we do our Venn diagrams this way. This one's just up and down, but it's the same idea. Something about long ago, something that's the same with both, and something that's the same now. And I'm not going to read the whole diagram, but it is there, and that's a pretty cool feature because we're comparing and contrasting Thanksgiving then and Thanksgiving now. So Miss Lee put a Google form up for you. What I want you to do is go ahead and fill that out, okay? That's literally all you're going to do is practice answering questions using a Google form, which most of you have seen before. And if you haven't, it'll explain itself in it. So I put different types of questions. Some want a long answer, some want a short answer, some want multiple choice. So you have to actually look and see. All right. But that's what you're going to do today. And then if you have any makeup work from weeks 9 or later, if it's weeks 1 through 8, I don't want it. Like that was report card quarter 1. We're done. Week 9's work is technically from quarter 1, but because of when the grading window closed, I'm grading that on quarter 2. So weeks 9, 10, 11, and this week is 12. You have 4 weeks of grades. And most of you do not have 4 things turned in. So I need you to go back when you finish this assignment. I made it short today on purpose so you can go back and look and see what needs to be turned in, okay? Don't fail library. It's embarrassing. Don't do it. You guys are smart. Just do your work. That's it. You'll probably still have plenty of time at the end. I miss you guys. If you need anything, you can always message me on Clever or post in the Google Classroom, okay? Have a good day.